of all, I want to say for more than 30 years I've been an independent. And this year I changed my voting status to Democrat. So in Arizona I could have the opportunity to vote for Barack in the primary.
And every time he gives a speech, we sit there and listen to the speech. And we are constantly amazed, and we say to each other, oh my God, someone who can actually express themselves, who sounds intelligent, who has wisdom, and it is very exciting for us to be able to work for someone who gives us that glimmer of hope that we had when we were young in the 60s, and we were very committed back then, and it's sort of been a slow death for the last 4 decades. But we're happy to have a candidate like Barack.
I'm so scared.
As a former Republican, as a former Bush appointee, and the father, senior, I worked in his. I was appointed to his administration. Very proud of my service, of his administration, and I've always been a very loyal Republican. But I guess when George W. Was running for office, and we had other candidates, obviously, again, it was a debate that made me the way he responded to a question, again, relating to foreign policy, and this time it was regarding China. And the way that he responded, it seemed to me that he was too quick to react and mention, almost without saying military reaction, but he never mentioned diplomacy or other options. I said, wow, this guy might be a little too trigger-happy. Actually, I'm first-generation Cuban-American. My parents moved here pretty much in the 60s when all that situation was going on with Fidel. My primary concern is to get the message out to the military, our veterans, and to Latinos. We need to show that Arizona is for Obama. And it's our job to educate folks. I think there's a lot of misinformation in the Latino community. There's a lot of apathy. It's not necessarily that they don't like Obama or know him. They just simply don't vote. So I think that we need to motivate them. We need to get the word out. We need to really stress why it's important to get involved and why it's so important. This is a critical time in our history, and why Obama, it's critical to have him elected.
Stand up together. And we're going to make the change that needs to happen here in America so that our kids can believe again, so that our elders aren't scared, so that sick people don't have to worry about what their future might have, so our teachers will stop have to worrying about declining enrollments in our public schools, because those are the changes that are most important to America. One other thing we need to think about right here in our own backyard is the tragedy that's happening related to immigration and lousy immigration policy in this nation. Barack Obama is going to change that.
Okay. I think the relationship between Mexico and the U.S. with Obama would improve in many things, like migration and lots of things that are on the table, and the border issues and economic also.
I think it's important for us to note that the diversity in the room, that we are here together, that we believe in the change that is coming, and I think definitely Barack Obama is going to win. I have a feeling people are excited, people want change. More and more young people are getting involved and doing something about it, and there's organizers at the U of A, at Pima College, at high schools. It's amazing the electricity that all of us feel, and together I think we'll be able to get the White House for Barack Obama.
I think Obama stands a chance of making history. Making United States history by leading us out of a malaise of mistakes that have transpired over the last 7 years.
Oh, I want to talk to you. Here in Tucson, this is a place that's been hit as hard as any place else in the country with foreclosures. Our economy is suffering right now, and people need help. I need help. I'm paying more than $4 a gallon for gas. But you know, I'm just one of those Americans that's feeling the pinch of this economy. And Barack Obama's got specific ideas about how to solve the foreclosure crisis and also solve the energy problem. Immigration, big issue here in southern Arizona. It's a crisis situation. It's a crisis situation not only for the undocumented workers that need a reasonable path to citizenship. It's a crisis situation for employers who are preyed upon by people who are closing their businesses down because they don't understand. We've got to have businesses that can employ people. It's truly a grassroots event. The campaign knows about it. Barack Obama knows that we're here tonight. This is something that's absolutely being replicated across the country where people get together to support the candidacy to elect our next president. I guess the only thing I would have to say, and I really mean this from the bottom of my heart, is I'm so grateful to the volunteers that put this together. Everyone from Margaret Pullis to the sponsors, Congressman Grajal, Councilwoman Romero, Chair of the Board of Supervisors Elias, and everybody else that's worked so hard to get us together tonight to celebrate this great campaign, this great movement. We have to go forward from here. This is one event in many, but it's an important event. Hundreds of people getting together to raise the passion, raise the issues, and really decide, hey, we're going to take this country back in November. This is how it happens.
Well, I've been coming to Obama events, and I've been volunteering for the campaign since it began, years some ago. So I'd come to any event that I can make it to. So, and I think one of the biggest things is that in history, the more successful governments and countries have been the governments being scared of the people and the power of the people, and we've lost that. Now people are scared of the government and authority in our country. They don't think that they can do anything, there's no connection, and that's why they get away with all the things that they do, because the people are now scared of the government, and we need to turn that around to the government actually being a representation of the people and their beliefs, whereas right now it's absolutely not.
So what's the right thing for you?
Same thing that you said, and would be probably to have a great person that is committed to his ideas and basically believes on what he's doing is right, and basically challenging all the obstacles and being there for people.
And when we win, because I say we win, because we will win as a people, we're going to stand up together, and we're going to make the change that needs to happen here in America.
How long before I get in? Before it starts, before I begin? How long before you decide? But before I know what it feels